Got this motherfucker right where I want him. Yeah, I'm gonna strike this motherfucker out.
The bottom of the zone. Popped him up. Fletcher is there for it. And that's going to fall for a base.
What the fuck? I suck at Conquest. Torpedo Jones here, most famously known for my split finger skadoosh.
The pitch. It was 15 years ago, but I remember it like it was 10. His pitch was the split finger skadoosh. But when it wasn't, it's...
And you're here today because you suck at Conquest. And I'm here to teach you the 5 C's of Conquest. 1. Conquer. 2. Command. 3. Control. 4. Catch. 5. Conquer! What is good, Outlaws? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Outlaw 0311 Gamer, bringing you part 4 of the first inning Conquest map. And here we are. We are in the midst of this series. So this is going to be probably the previous video and this video is where you're going to get all your Conquest map footage. I mean, this is all straight up just me grinding the map out. And since we're not speeding through it, you're going to see every move, you know, and pretty much every move is, I'm not making any edits unless I'm on a point, and then I step away and just let it record and come back. I edit that out, but because you don't need to sit there and watch the same point for 15 minutes, you know. But that's the only edit I'm doing. So you get to see firsthand the previous video and this video. We're going to conquer a lot of this territory. And then when part 5 comes out, we'll lead off. That video will start off with us conquering still. So we're still gaining territories. We're still going out there and getting territories. So really, these next 3 videos, it appears like maybe even the 4th video might be just a lot of us conquering this map, taking territories. Maybe not even a stronghold game after the previous part 3. You know, part 3 had the last stronghold game. There was not a stronghold game in this video. And I don't know when the next Conquest game is going to be on the next video, if there is going to be one, because we might do this for another 30 or 40 minutes of us just trying to get to these territories, trying to get to these strongholds, and then playing the stronghold game, right? So this is pretty much what you've been waiting for. I mean, it's nice to have the break, to have the watch the game, right? Watch the stronghold game. I mean, it's a baseball game. You want to watch some baseball, right? And until I start bringing out my ranked season games and my live event games, this is really going to be the only kind of baseball we see at the moment. That's why I'm kind of just slowing down on this series, on this how-to series, right? So we started off with the Tim Tebow, just because that's the easiest one to conquer. You get a couple of cards, you get lucky, you can get some packs, which will help you get to this one. Because in the very beginning of this series, we lost a few games. There was a couple of games, and that was during the still fans phase. So we were just trying to still fans, and we lost some games, you know. So it's it is a grind. So you want to, that's why I released a Tim Tebow map first, so you can get a few cards if you're lucky, some packs, help build up your team. So when you get to this map, you're just a little bit better off facing some of these teams, because regardless, you're going to have to steal fans. If you don't care about completing all the goals, then that's on you. So you don't have to steal fans every time. If you don't like to steal fans, if you just feel like it's a waste of time, skip it. Just keep skipping until you just keep reinforcing, and getting your territories. But me, I try to accomplish everything. I'm just trying to accomplish everything, get as much XP, because I want that Ryan Sandberg card still. So I'm on my way. I'm working on that right now as we speak on that's my next card. That's going to be my next upgrade. So I understand, you want to kind of go, you don't want to have to play games that you don't necessarily have to, but that is all preference right there. So yeah, I mean, we're just going to be taking over territories. Give me your fans. I want your fans. You guys suck. I'll show you how real baseball is played. How to make real fans. But no. I do love Conquest. I love playing. They're fun. It's cool. And I was very timid at first last year. That was the first time I had ever seen Conquest maps. I was like, what the fuck, man? This looks like some challenging shit, but once you kind of get the hang of it, I mean, I probably the first time I started, I would have to restart the maps again a couple of times because I just fuck up. But after that, I grinded it out. I didn't grind the whole game out last year, so, but I think this year might be different. The game's playing a lot better. There's still some nuances, of course, but I mean, other than that, the game's playing a lot better than last year, and so. But as you see here, we have that perimeter now. We're not worrying about, so we're not reinforcing the middle part now. As you see, we're starting to reinforce the perimeters. So eventually we'll go across the whole map and then just conquer up and down as we see fit. But we're just reinforcing territories that are bordering another team's territory, matching that number. So it stalemates us there at that border. And you'll see that now at this point, we're moving fans where we see fit, where we want to attack next. It looks like we're getting ready to attack the Nationals. Nope, we leave them there. So it looks like we're going to try to... Looks like we're going to try to build territories around our stronghold. So the Braves and Yankees really are kind of the only teams kind of making moves, but it was quick. And that's why I like building the perimeter, keeping them from advancing, just keeping the other teams from advancing. I don't want to be the only one advancing, stealing fans. You cannot attack. I'm trying to prevent the other teams from attacking, making any moves. I'm going to try to stalemate y'all. By by matching the other team's attacking points, we're attacking territories, and you stall them out there, eventually they're going to stall out everywhere throughout the map. All the other teams will eventually stall out, and then it's yours for them taken at that point. It'll become a lot quicker for you to conquer the rest of the map. So it looks like here, looks like I'm contemplating how I want to go and how I want to attack. Because when you attack, you're always going to leave the one behind. So right now, I'm looking at the 5. Can I attack that 5? I mean, I can, and it looks like I'm going to. But I'm always going to run into the fact that that 3 can always take over that 1, right? And then I have to go back, take over that 1. So it's also kind of important where you want to attack. you want to make sure that other territories, once you attack, you go to attack phase and you attack a territory. If they have another territory right by you, they can attack that one spot now because it's going to leave a 1. You'll have 1 million fans or whatever the 1 stands for, right? I think it's by million. So like they just did that there. They cut me off. So I went and attacked that 5, and then 3 went and attacked my 1. So now they have 1, 2. Luckily, I'm attached still, so they didn't cut off the supply chain. Yeah, so we're just gonna. This is all we're doing at this point. We are. It looks like we're focusing on the bottom half of the map. It looks like what we're gonna focus on here. There's a lot of yellow, so it looks like we're gonna try to minimize that yellow. We're at 23 turns right now. We have 49 territories, 109 million fans. So here I go. You see me, this perfect example of what I talk about reinforcing your perimeter. I'm doing that right now. I'm going through the perimeter, making sure none of those territories need reinforcements there to stop any further movement from other teams. Now we go back to our point. So it looks like that's going to be our point right there because we've gone back to that a few times. It looks like we're just kind of matching numbers right now. That might be our new point because no one can attack us, but nope. Looks like we go somewhere else with it. Five of 8. The 3 goals left here on this map for us. Just getting a little bit closer, a little bit closer. It is a grind. This mode is a grind though, but I mean, all in all, it probably took me 5 to 6 hours roughly. If I had to guess. Let's see, let's add it up. I'm just gonna go by. That video was 1 hour and 29 minutes. 28 minutes, and that's pretty much like 2 hours right there. This one says 2 hours, that's 4 hours, 5, 6, almost 7 hours. Now, some of that time is, I walk away for like 30 minutes and, because I'm doing stuff around the house, I'll walk away or whatever. But I mean, so it took me about, if I had to guess, probably 6 hours. You're going to be here for 6 hours, and you can, like I said, you can skip the still fans phase, and that's going to save you about an hour, I would say, maybe less. I mean, I lost the game, so if you lose, there's that, right? If you lose a game, you have to play it again to get those fans. So, but let's just say you don't play any still fans games, and then you'll probably shave off about an hour, depending on how many fans you need to steal, right? Maybe even less than that. I mean, you might not shave off a whole lot. Because usually a game's about 15, 20 minutes. So, you play it on like Hall of Fame and you knock out that goal in one game, and then, it took you 20 minutes. That's not a big deal. But if you're starting off, though, and you're trying to instill all the fans. You know, you might lose some because your team's not as good, or maybe you're not as good at the game. So it's it's a grind. It's gonna take a minute. So just, you know, you don't have to do it all in one sitting. So the twins there break through our little perimeter. As you can see, they broke through. So we'll have to go back, reinforce that, take those territories back. So there's going to be a lot of that. And, I mean, this is what it is. It's the minute you don't have to steal fans anymore, it is going to make the process a lot easier. You don't have to worry about those games. And all you're doing is just you're reinforcing, and then when you can't attack, then you go to the attack phase or move phase. If you don't want to move any fans, or if you see any spots where you can move fans, move them. Then you're going to attack until you can't attack no more, and then you skip the phase, right? You're going to skip that to the steal phase. You're going to skip that phase, and then just reinforce territories again. Reinforce your perimeter. Try to put as many fans on your lead point that you want to use to, you know, attack other territories with. Regain any territories you might have lost, and then skip it. You know, and then, well, once that turn is over, you're going to skip the steal fans phase, and you're going to reinforce again. It's rinse and repeat. And you just constantly do that. That's the easy part. The difficult part is trying to find a way where you can hold on to your territories all the time, where you don't get your perimeter breached, and you have to go back and reconquer those territories. So, I mean, that's what we're working on now against the Minnesota Twins. They've breached the perimeter. We got to get that territory back, reinforce the perimeter, and then get back to, you know, the goal of trying to attack the next stronghold. All right, looks like we're going to make a move. There we go. We're going to start attacking the Washington Nationals territories here. All right. Scheming and plotting. Where are we going next? Yeah, I think that would be a good point to start with. Because there's no other Milwaukee territories I can take over that one. Kicked our ass there. Straight up. You ain't taking our territory. The Battle of the Territories. The most infamous one yet. So, I mean, even them Dodgers making moves. They have no stronghold, but they making some moves. Still. The Brewers go ahead and pretty much finish off those little territories. All right. Reinforcing. Moving fence. Attack. So this is kind of where command and control. When I say the 5 C's of conquering, I mean, I'm making fun of dodgeball, right? The 5 Ds of dodgeball. But It's also, in a sense, true though, because when I say command, I don't just mean pitch or command. You know, having command of your pitches and having control of your pitches, but I'm also talking about commanding and controlling your territories. So when you're commanding, you're reinforcing your perimeter. You know, you're controlling the flow of the other teams and how many territories they can, or what kind of moves they can make. So you're controlling their movement, you know, the other team's movements. You're commanding your territories, you know, like, where am I moving? How am I going to move? What's the best avenue of approach here? How should I play this? You know, I'm kind of not bullshitting when I say command and control. Yeah, so this is very much the last video. I apologize, my phone just kind of keeps going off. My apologies about that. Busy man. You know, it's what happens when you own your own business. You dig? Or if you're a streamer and you have you have notifications for games and shit going off. But yeah, so I apologize about my phone there, y'all. I forgot what I was saying. That shit threw me off. As you can see here, we're pretty much starting to make ground on our territories here. So we're definitely focusing on the bottom half of the map here. I think we feel pretty confident in what we're going to be doing here. So we found another point that we're going to come down on against Washington Nationals. So this is where we're going to start making our push towards the Nationals. So we might have on part 4, on part 5 of the series, we actually might be able to face the Nationals in that stronghold. We might actually get that game in. But if I had to, what I'm looking at now as far as part 5 goes, it looks like it's just more of this. We're just conquering. I think it's probably going to be another 30-minute video of us just conquering and not even facing the stronghold yet. Yeah, this is part 4, part 5. Excuse me, part 3, part 4, and part 5. At least the beginning part of part 5 looks to be the meat of what Conquest is all about. You're going to see all the moves firsthand in real time. Not in real time, but I'm not making any edits here. I haven't made any edit to this video yet. Unless I come to a prolonged stop, that's the only way I'll edit the video down. But especially in this video right here, because there's no highlights of other games. We didn't steal fans. We didn't get any strongholds. We have a hold on our 4 strongholds right now. And we're making a push to the Nationals. There we go. So it looks like All-Star. So we already, okay, so you probably do play that stronghold game. That would probably be the last part of part 5 of this series. So at least we're bordering that stronghold right now. All right, so I did have to make an edit there. I was on that 19 spot, right up against the Washington stronghold for a minute. So I had to edit that out real quick. But so yeah, like I was saying, so we're right now we're facing the Washington stronghold. So we have one on us. Now we just lose our supply link though. We lose our supply chain there. So our supply chain is right now cut off from us, so we cannot reinforce that territory we have against us, up against the stronghold of the Nationals there. That's going to be a dilemma for us, but we have 11 million fans there, so no one's going to take from that territory. But we don't. That prevents us from getting that game in. That's probably what happened. So we probably spend the next like 20, 30 minutes trying to, make it where we can actually get that game in. Which is what we start working on now. We gotta, sometimes walk back and retrace your steps. You lose territories on the way to conquering territories, and you got to go back, and it might throw you off your plan. But we're not in a bad scenario at all, though. I mean, it's going to be easy for us to reestablish that resupply chain. It just means we can't face that stronghold now. And by the looks of it, it looks like we're trying to play all these games on veteran too, because that does help. You should be able to win on veteran. Again, if you're starting off on veteran, I mean, if you've never played the show before and this is your first year where, you're new to it, you haven't played in years and Conquest is totally new to you, you might want to play on beginner. Maybe your team's not good enough yet. You're not good enough, learning whatever it is. So, but if you're an experienced player, you're probably going to want to just play it on veteran. Chances are you're going to win 9 out of 10 times. Especially if you're really good at the game, that's all you do is grind and play this game. Veterans probably, I can't play on beginner because it just becomes unrealistic for me. And when it comes to this, I mean, at some point, I eventually just start playing on All-Star because veteran gets too easy for me. All right, Outlaws, we are winding down here on this YouTube video part 4. Part 4 of the first inning, How to Conquer Conquest map. We're trying to make our move here on the Washington National stronghold. It looks like that's the next stronghold in sight that we look to take down. So stay tuned for part 5. I'm going to try to get that out to you all as soon as possible. And thank you all for hanging in there, especially these past 2 videos, because it's a lot of just us doing this. This video, we didn't even play a stronghold game or a still fans game. There's no games to be played. We're just trying to get territories. That way, we are set up to take on that Washington National stronghold, which I'm assuming will happen on the next video. Unless it takes us another hour just to get to that game, and then there'll be 2 more videos of us just going over the map, which is fine because that's what this series is about. A slowed down version of what it takes to really complete the map. So thank y'all so much, YouTube. If I don't see you for the next video, one love, God bless y'all.